Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
So I have an issue. Whenever I try to practice, I start with a new thing. As an example, I've started with fasting on Mondays and Thursdays, but now I've abandoned reading the Quran. So I have an issue. I cannot start with one thing and do the other thing as well. And it's very embarrassing to me and also saddening. I'm frustrated and I don't know what to do. So what would your advice be to young practicing Muslims?
My first advice would be there are priorities in our religion, your basic requirements, and they have to do with what you owe to Allah first, and then what you owe to the people in your life, right? Take care of those, and then everything else is additional. And the additional things you do in this religion, you should never feel guilty about them. So if you're able to do Mondays and Thursdays sometimes and not other times, there's no reason for you to be angry at yourself or you're not doing enough. This is an unhealthy kind of guilt. You should actually feel guilty when you do something less than what you're expected to do. But you shouldn't feel guilty for not doing something extra that you weren't demanded to do. You're blessed to do it, good. And you know what? There's also limited fuel. I have limited fuel. I can only do so much. So if, for example, you're able to fast, well, fasting can be physically and mentally very draining, right? So your brain doesn't work as much. So now you're not able to recite Quran. That's okay because you're fasting. And then other days you're not fasting and you're able to recite some more Quran. And that's okay because Allah didn't create you a Terminator. He created you a human. So you have limited reserves and you can do limited good things, right? And one of the tricks of shaitan is that he says, you're not doing enough good. So you want to do too much good. And then when you do too much good, you get exhausted and completely depleted. And then you end up doing no good because it was all too much for you. So it looks like, why would shaitan want you to do more good? Yeah, he would, because he knows this is how you will burn out. Right? So don't burn yourself out. خَيْرُ الْأُمُورِ أَدْوَمُهَا وَإِنْ قَلَّ. The best deeds are the ones that are constant, even if they are little. Right? So take it easy on yourselves a little bit and do fulfill your fara'id.